Hi.
Hey Kim, how's it
How-
going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. What part of the world are you calling in from?
I am Z for the Buffalo. I'm in Oregon.
Oregon, nice.
Yes, I'm
I
on a
am.
little. Have you been?
Oh, yeah, I live in Vancouver, Canada, so I've been down to Oregon quite a few times.
I'm from Portland.
Oh, nice. So straight down
Yeah,
the I-5.
I know exactly. I love Vancouver. It's so beautiful. I love Whistler.
Yeah, Whistler is a good time. We finally are now allowing U.S. citizens back into our country as of this past Monday. So
Oh, no
it's
way.
been
Really?
Yeah, we as Canadians were completely locked out, couldn't travel. And if we did, well, we could, but if we didn't travel, it was a forced 14-day hotel quarantine.
Yeah.
It was wild, like absolutely wild. Randy's been like, when are you coming to see me? I'm like, as soon as our
You're like,
communist prime minister lets us out.
that's crazy. And then are you like if people come in now, what happens?
So if you got both your vaccines, no quarantine. You just got to get the negative PCR test when you enter the country.
Oh,
One that they do like on when you land or drive through, whatever. But if you don't have your vaccines, then it's 14-day quarantine.
wow. Okay. Well, in that case, no one's going in without a vaccine, so that's good to know.
No,
Quarantine's
no,
crazy. Well, I'm
no.
so glad to connect with you. Randy spoke so highly of you.
Likewise. I know he's been like, you and Kimmy to connect. I'm like, you keep saying that, we don't make the intro, Randy. And then he
I
finally
know,
did. I was
right?
like, all right, sounds good.
Well, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you from Vancouver?
Yeah, I've lived most of my life here. Originally grew up, I was born in India, lived there till I was between there, Dubai and London till I was 11. So I'd go back and forth. My family owned some pretty large companies out there. Parents decided to give all that up, moved to Canada for my brother and I, and been here majority of my life now.
Cool. Awesome. Well, great. And tell me about your company. How long have you had it?
Yeah, so GrowRev, we've been running it. Matt, my business partner, and myself have been running it coming up on 7, almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it originally started as me being a one-man show. I kind of come from the direct sales background, like doing door-to-door sales, in-home selling, et cetera, transitioned to direct response marketing, and then opened the agency. And then I brought Matt on board about a year into it. So I personally been doing it about 9 years. And then I brought Matt on board about a year and a bit into it. His background came from running traffic for the Olympics, Sky Sports, Tennis TV, Premier Boxing Champion, so the biggest event sporting in the world. I came from the event background in direct response. So I was like, well, you come from event ads, let's market it together. That's kind of, so for majority of the last few years till pre-COVID, we were all event focused. So any of the big event companies, any of the big events that you could probably think of, Traffic Conversion Summit, anything that ran through Success Resources, we ran a lot of their traffic for them. Obviously COVID made a big change in our business model and forced us to kind of, broaden our horizons a little bit. So since last year, we've now really focused on coaches, consultants, information products. Clients that we're currently working with are like Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, ClickFunnels. Those are our clients now, client base now. We just did, I'm not sure if you know who Jamie Kern Lima is. We just did her entire book launch where we had 250.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
Yeah,
I mean, because I didn't know who she was until like I saw I got 1,000 ads, basically, probably.
So any ad you would have seen would have been run through our team. So that's kind of what, that's pretty much what it comes down to. I know Randy, a few years now, obviously Randy's background in the event space, direct response event space. So that's kind of how we originally met, and then rekindled the relationship last year with Dean when he got into some Facebook trouble. We were able to get Dean back after him getting deplatformed. I don't know if he told you that or not. Dean almost got kicked. Dean and Tony almost got kicked off of Facebook last year, and we came in.
Just for what? Like misleading ads?
Misleading ads, breaking policy, just not listening, pushing that boundary. At the end of the day, Facebook doesn't care if you're Tony Robbins; they'll get rid of you. Like that's pretty much what it is. Like it doesn't matter if you're some new startup or someone that's worth $500 million. They don't care. They'll get rid of you. But because we've got a lot of close relationships inside of Facebook with the volume of spend that we have there, we were able to save the day. And since then, it's kind of put us on the map when we came in the personal brand space, essentially, from that world.
That's awesome. Congrats. That's amazing. I love entrepreneurship at its finest.
What about you? So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I used to run a digital agency. So that was purchased by Singapore Telecom. And this marketing technology company called Amobi, and I stepped down last year in January. So we did about $1 billion in annual ad sales, and really took a beat and just thought, hey, what am I gonna do with the next chapter of my life? And really, it's like my focus has been, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I was really just going back to my entrepreneurial roots. I started another company called 100.co, which is really focused on using artificial intelligence to create the next generation of consumer brands. So using, merging technology with like actual brands, like physical goods, which, because I'm from a digital background. So really looking at how do we create. And so I've got 2 brands launching in the next 6 months. One is with great company, or great 2 individuals called Jay Shetty and his wife, Roddy Shetty. So I don't know if you know them.
Yep. Alex Kushner, Jay's business partner, coaches our entire media team.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know Alex. So that's cool. And then I'm another by the name of Winnie Harlow. So she's a supermodel. But really that's like my, and then we have a technology company that's fueling both of them in terms of product creation, like packaging, price point, retail promotion, et cetera. So really I'm going the other way. It's like I started digital, I'm going retail. And I think everyone else is going retail is digital. So it's kind of fun. But my side hustle is really about entrepreneurship. And so I'm launching, and I think that's why Randy connected us, my new book in November called Jump, Dare to Do What Scares You in Business and Life. And really focused on helping people make the jump in, like, let's just from a business to start a company. So that's my personal passion, but also it could be in like a career, that more people have resigned in the last, like today than they have in the last 2 decades. So like the great resignation is for real, and they're trying to figure out what to do. So how do we successfully help them make that leap? And then looking at just people that just are, stuck, exhausted, bored, hate their job, like how do you make that jump? I mean, you're an entrepreneur, so probably doesn't relate as much to us because we already made the jump, but people that are still like wherever they were and they're like, I got to do something else, giving them the tools to actually do that. So I think that's where he thought, hey, maybe there's an opportunity for you guys to work together, a partner, as you launch that in November.
Nice. So with the book launch, are you planning on doing like a similar event like Jamie did, or what we're doing with Glenn, geared up for Glenn Stearns right now too? Or what's your plan with the book launch?
I don't know. I think he just was like, hey, you guys are experts in book launch, and so he's like, you should talk to Rohan and see what they can help with. I'll be honest, I haven't gotten that far in my thinking about what I'm going to do next, but now's the time to start. Like, I just finished a manuscript. Like right now I'm putting up my pre-sale page, but other than that, I've not done anything. So I'm at square one.
What's your plan with the book? Is it to essentially just get awareness to your personal brand, or actually sell some sort of a back end of it?
I think it's twofold. One is, did I cut out? Sorry. Tell me if I cut out now. Number one is actually like helping people make that jump. So like, how do I start a movement about, because I do think people are making change right now, and I want to like help facilitate that. 2 is obviously to continue to, and like I had a best-selling book, to make sure it's a bestseller for sure. And then 3 is, and right now I have a partnership with Entrepreneur. I have a bunch of courses that I do with them. So we have like the Side Hustle Accelerator. We're launching 6 weeks to start your own business. Maybe there's an opportunity of an overlap in between that, because from a marketing perspective, because I'm just doing most of that myself with them. So I'm like, they're organic or just we're doing paid internally traffic. But I think most of it, like, you could drive them through a funnel, because realistically, if you're taking a jump and you're going to want to start your own business, I can help you do that. So I think I had to think through that a little bit of like what that funnel would be. And would love your thoughts on that. Like, what is,
so when it comes,
like, maybe give me examples of like what you have.
Give me 1 second. I think it's mine. Give me 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. I'm just gonna switch internets. I think it's mine that's being choppy. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Could be me. I'm in the middle of the woods, so could be me.
Okay, am I back now?
Yeah.
Is it back?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it was my internet just trying to drop between the two of the office. So with book launches, there's a couple different facets, right? So when we did with Jamie Carlima, hers was she just wanted to hit New York Times bestseller day of launch. Like that was the entire goal, like the big goal that we want to go after. So we started running that entire pre-sale building list, etc., all the way from just after American Thanksgiving, so end of November, is kind of when we started to warm the ads up, warm the funnel up, etc. Going into the middle of January, and was just value-based content opt into my email list, and then she'd hit email just to kind of get that. And it was a very female-driven audience front end, very, very heavy females. And then after about middle of January, right till the end of February, sorry, it was about 5.5 weeks of straight heavy run. We spent, what was it? We would have spent around $1.8 million in like 4 weeks, right at the end there. So we went pretty heavy, and that's how we were able to get that 250,000 people live on that live that she did. And then goal was hit strategically. We were obviously working with her publisher behind the scenes. I don't know if you know who Daniel Decker is. He was the one that was helping her facilitate all the offline stuff. And then that's kind of what our plan was. Now, another way we've done book launches is very, very similar, where we push it all towards a live event. Right now we're smashing, because we have so much data from offline events, that taking it and putting it into a live event format, or virtual live event format, we're just using that data and transitioning how to position it. It's worked really, really well. Everything held through Zoom. And we've done it where it's like you kind of bring, if you have obviously Jay Shetty and his wife can come in and speak, or get up on Randy Garn, whoever else, get a handful of people, make this like crazy one-day virtual. We push everybody towards that. Buy a book. Everybody else is offering bonuses, etc. And then at the end, when you come to close out, your big pitch is a coaching program or an info product or something else that you have on the back end. So now not only. Sorry.
What was hers? I didn't join the live event. What was her?
She didn't want anything else on that book launch. She just wanted her book. Like there was no pitch.
Oh, okay. So yours was just like.
Yeah, she did $1 billion she did $1 billion in exiting what her company, It Cosmetics, to L'Oreal. So I don't think she cared about the money at that point. I think it was just straight up coming from a personal brand. Okay,
cool. So her goal was just like personal brand awareness.
Yeah, that's literally all it was. I know now Randy is working with her behind the scenes to like transition, create some sort of a program, higher ticket program, etc. in that world. But what that looks like, I'm letting Randy and Daniel, and I know Jay and Alex are working with her as well on her organic brand. And then at that point, we'll come back to the table. But like I said, we spent a lot of money very, very shortly to get very, very quick amount.
Yeah, because I honestly did not know who she was until her face was all of my, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone.
That was her goal.
Right. Okay, that was her goal. Great. Okay. Well, she did good. That was good. Good for me. Obviously, that's a considerable amount of ad spend in order to achieve that goal.
Yeah. And that's really what it comes down to, right? Like our very first honest conversation with Daniel and her was, what do you want? You want to hit New York Times bestseller? Well, you know the numbers. The numbers got to correlate in ads, and then the ad spend, and like it's got to just go backwards. It's all mathematics at the end of the day. We were able to self-liquidate about 50, just shy of 50% of that ad spend from book sales, but pre-launch book sales. So it's pretty good on that part across the board. So she still made some money back prior to, but I got no data outside of that. So that's
right. Okay.
Double-edged sword of what we do is, we only get to where we can track, and then once anything happens past that, we don't see anything else.
But she's like an extreme case, right?
She's an extreme case. I think Glenn Stearns is probably going to do the same thing in that situation. Most of the people would be aiming to sell something, right? Like they want to have a book launch plus going ROI positive, turning it into some sort of a digital program, some sort of coaching program, whatever that looks like, whether it's a big in-person event and you just bring everybody to come and do like a big event in Vegas or in California somewhere, whatever. We've done book launches like that. We've done evergreen book funnels that eventually turn into just continually selling. We've got one book funnel that we legitimately squeezed this lemon dry, ran it for just under 2 years. And we were going book sale, to a webinar, to a book call, to a $4,000 product. And our cost per acquisition for a book sale, we got at its peak when we were really, or peak, I mean, like towards the end of the lifespan of that funnel, we were paying about $150 a book sale, but they knew the LTV, like the client knew the LTV in the back end and they could acquire that. And then anything past 150 to 180 got really difficult because then we tried to switch it around. And yeah, that's kind of what it came down to. That was like, I think it was like a $29 book, or it was 20 something dollar book what they were going for, but there was enough volume in that $4,000 coaching program that they were selling on the
right. They like have their own. It's good to know. It's good to know. That's good. I don't actually know, it's interesting. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what my back end would be. Like, I guess mine's similar, but not like would be like, I'm not gonna spend $1 million. So like, unless you can make it back, like I'm happy not making money because I don't even like, that's probably not my intention either. It'd be more awareness, like at a net even basis, right? Like there's no upside to spend more than like, so
essentially your goal is just to build it. It'll be brand awareness, get the book out there, and then I'm assuming you're probably going to want like speaking engagements or people to come in.
No, I don't think so. Like I build companies, so I actually don't. I turn down a ton of speaking engagements. Like that's actually not really what I want to do. I mean, like if you do the math on that, it's not actually. I mean, not quite. I build companies, so I'm just trying to think of. It's a good conversation because I'm not sure.
What about going down the route of just turning it into like a really high-end consulting? And then you go in for equity shares or whichever way, however you negotiate your position in building those companies, where it's like your book is essentially just getting it out there and then having people come in and, you're just like with Jay Abraham, when we work with Jay, it's like his highest end product is $150,000 to work with him for 6 months.
Right.
Cost per acquisition ain't cheap, but we just like our goal is just to continually, he really only needs like 2 to 3 of those to justify every few months to justify his ad spend.
Yeah, like it'd be interesting because you see, it's like, what's cool is you actually can see something I can't see, which is like the other side. I mean, I literally come from, I have 100 investments. I've sold like 25 of them. Like I build companies. So like my skill set, it's very different, but very like uniquely great as well.
Yeah.
Not in more so like the coaching,
consulting.
Yeah, it's interesting. But hey, you can do anything. So I think that's the thing is like, I'm kind of trying to think of, like my hope is to build like the next generation of billion-dollar brands that I can then sell, because like, there's just obviously tax advantages and other benefits for building a company and selling it. So I'm just trying to think of, to your point, like, is it a coaching? Like, what are the options you think that people have? Like your option one would be, you could do like, I mean, it's interesting and I appreciate your thought on that.
Looking at, so it's funny because, do you know who Nick Bradley is? Have
No.
you ever talked to Nick Bradley? Look him up, because he's in the mergers and acquisition space and we're helping him position his entire product right now. And he had over 100 exits, did his last exit to, Blackstone, the big guys out of New York, I don't know what they're called, for $2.3 billion. And his is the same thing. Like we sat there and navigated it. And then he ended up coming to realizing he actually does enjoy teaching. So we ended up creating a info product that he just finished 2 cohorts off of to get some testimonials and stuff. And now it's essentially, that's going to go evergreen. And then everything for him moving forward is towards finding companies that he can go in and just be the M&A partner and help scale and add value to the company by then turning around and taking it to exit. So it's more of a consulting. Right. It's doing that in a group setting. He's adding a book funnel as well. His book funnel should be done, I would probably say, by September. And that's kind of what would go down that road. So the fact that you go in with and build companies, I think something along those lines, you may not need to do the info product if it's not really your passion or purpose in wanting to go down that route. But doing it in a way where it's like even charging like $2,000 a month. Last year, someone that we worked with really closely was Mitch Harper. I don't know if you know who he is. He built a company called Big Commerce. They exited and then eventually went IPO'd. And that's exactly what he did, was front end offer, coaching program for $2,000 a month. And it was just business owners that came in, very stringent application process. He didn't make it really expensive for the entrepreneur, but he also didn't make it too cheap. So he kind of kept that price point. And then he would just go in and find investment opportunities that he wanted to pick up, and be a part of those companies. But then he's also obviously, but it was literally, when he first launched it, for the first 6 months, he did once every 2 weeks, he did a call. And then after 6 months, till he decided to shut it down, he was doing it once a month.
And why did you decide to shut it down?
He had $1 billion in a day. Company went IPO.
Oh, okay. So then he's like,
I'm out.
Yeah. So and it's interesting. I've been doing, so the different funnel, like the different opportunities that we could think about driving people, right? To your point. One is and I guess I'm looking to help the masses. Like I do individual investments in companies like that I know we're like going to get a big hit, like they're going to have a very large exit. But actually at this point, but I do that on one-to-one basis. So it's like, hey, here's a company I believe in, or I'm going to create them. So I'm looking to actually help, hence my partnership with Entrepreneur, the majority of people that cannot access me, or actually that's who I want. That's the entrepreneurs I want to help. I could charge high end, but that's actually not what I want to do either, because I actually kind of already do that, because I'm either on the board, or I'm meant, as I have all these companies I'm investing in anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, just as you talk, the three things I have right now are a VIP membership program, and we could change the price point on that, but I already have it. So it's an easy thing to roll into, which is it's twice a month, once a month I mentor, and then the second I bring in a guest expert, right? So whether it be someone from, usually right now we're partnering with entrepreneurs. So let's just say the editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur, or someone that's specialized in finance, or someone that's specialized in marketing, social media, just experts, right? That entrepreneurs actually need. And then, so that's a monthly membership that we could drive people to. The second is
that?
Well, it ranges depending on when you signed up. So it ranges anywhere from $29.95 to $49.95 a month. But I think the key is to go for the mass, as many people as possible, right? It's low entry scale.
See,
maybe not.
I personally, in current economic times, and currently everything that we've done over the last year, some of the company transitions, the marketing transitions we did, I'm a big fan of going massive. Low entry to almost free. We're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And offers are free right now, and it's working ridiculously well. One of the clients that Randy sent us, they were running a challenge, $55 typical front end challenge, and I said, I'll bet my bank account if you ran this challenge against a one-day, half-a-day event, we ran it free, you'll make more money. They didn't believe me, and we literally went dollar for dollar for dollar for user, buyer, just because we hit such a large audience. They're now we'll just listen to everything you say. Just because we get so much data, right? That's kind of, and anything I tell you is okay, I'm not going to tell you something that's not working. My thing was, the reason I went that up higher end is because, one, I'm working with Nick and Jay and all these guys, and that's the people that they want to work with. Now, if you want to go down the true masses, going down free, having a monthly membership program where it's $29, even dropping that $29 to $19, because that price makes a big difference on conversions. But having a little bit more a VIP sale where it's from 19, you're just jumping to 97 or 99 a month. So there's a big gap, and that way you're also differentiating who the buyer is, and then pushing them whichever way you want to go from there. And that will also show you, and then if that right there will help you sell the books, because you can even do hey, you can do a special offer between now and November, come and join the monthly membership and be the first person to get a book. The first 150 people get the book for free. After that, everybody gets a 50% off or something. We could obviously, I'm just thinking out loud, but get creative with the offer sequencing on what that would look like.
Yeah, I think something like that. I just feel mine would be just taking a lot, would be more, that would seem better than, was Jamie, she just hosted a live event at the end. Was that the bonus?
Let's see. There was a 1-day event that happened. I have no idea anything about it, to be honest. It's funny, Daniel Decker literally just emailed me about 20 minutes before we jumped on, the person that ran the whole behind the scenes of that whole thing, because he's got another big one he wants to do with us. And I was like, I'm like, I literally said, like, Dan, moving forward, I need full data because it's so hard. Like we were given this big budget, but it's like, even if we go create a case study, I'm just like 1.6 million spend or 1.8 million spend, whatever we did, to 250,000 live. Like, that's one case study. Like, I have no data outside of that.
But what, and like, then people just showed up, but there's no, kind of to your point, there was like, what happened next? Nothing. It was just like, but that was to get to the book, or like, why'd they?
It was just all to buy the book. That's all it was. Buy the book, buy the book, buy the book. That was the call to actions. Buy the book, buy the book. There's a bunch
buy the book and get my event.
No, the event was free.
I mean, buy the book and get free access to the event, or just anyone could go free?
Anybody can go to the event for free. There was a VIP upsell, so it was like we ran on Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. And if they bought the VIP access, they were on the big Zoom screen. They held it at Tony Robbins's studio thing that he built out. And then anybody that bought the VIP upsell was on the Zoom screen. Their questions, if there were questions for any of the speakers and stuff, they were answered. But everybody else just had to jump in on the free links, which was on Facebook or YouTube.
Okay.
And then every single person that came in, there was Dean was there, Tony was there, Bronson was there, Jay was there, Prince, I'm pretty sure Prince A was there, Preston, I can't remember the list of people, Sarah Blakely, Mel Robbins, a bunch of people that were there speaking. They all came and kind of shared their story. It was like over 8 or 9 hours. It's a crazy long event. And then they came and shared their story for like 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the person. And then their CTA was, if you go buy the book, I'm going to give you my something for free. So I think she did more of like a JV opportunity with them on the back end, where it's like if they bought the book, they got the list, or they got some sort of a bonus add-on. Each person was willing to give away, but I think they were all there for the end, the cause of Jamie becoming a New York Times bestseller.
Okay, got it. We're not, okay, so hearing that, likely not going to do an event. Like that just seems like too much leg lift.
Yeah.
And without
it's a lot of work. It's
right.
There's no doubt about it. But if someone's going to do it, it pays dividends very, very well. She wanted to do the in-person thing. A lot of it, I think, was also just her first time in the world of this. I think what she really wanted to just see what it all comes together with. You don't have to do it to that scale. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like I said, with your membership, with any other offers. I know you were sharing some of the other offers. I didn't mean to cut you off there. But some of the other offers that you have, that we can kind of create a flow funnel, and then eventually just shove the book in there at some point, and then do a virtual event. Like you can literally be from where you are and just bring people in and interview people live like this, where you're not having to go anywhere, and it's all done through Zoom.
Yeah, so we've been going with Harper on like different ideas of like what would be like a good pre-sale bonus, kind of to your point, right? Like, hey, buy now and then get what? And so ours was like either mine's about jumping. So it's a year success plan, right? So it's like we tell you how to, like, if you want to make a jump, here's what to do, and here's what you do for the next year, and like you will like have a successful landing or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So people would, as a download, like, hey, order it, send me your whatever, and then we'll let you download this PDF. You could also do, there's just so many things we could do. The other one was like, we could have like I don't want to do a podcast, because again, time versus just, I'd rather of a business builder. So I just don't, that's like not my, this is like my side hustle to like my normal job. So I'm trying to find like something that's low time commit on my end, but high value on their end, if that makes sense. So like if I can so I have 6 weeks to start your own business that I'm launching with Entrepreneur next week, right? It's like, I don't know, a price point of like $197, but like the value is, substantial. It's like, actually you can go all the way to starting your business within 6 weeks. So I'm just trying to think of, so I have that, I have like the side hustle accelerator, and then I have, and then we have the membership. Like we basically could create anything too. And like, so one of the other ideas we thought is like, we could do like a 6-week podcast or video series where if you signed up, you could get access to it, right? And then just like, to your point, just bring on some of my friends and have a conversation about their jump, because everyone has a story about jumping, right? Like that, it is actually a common denominator. We're just using different vernacular. So like, and it's interesting about like looking at just a lot of people I know have made these big jumps, and most in the entrepreneurial space, and they've been like game changers. Mm-hmm. So trying to figure out, is that I don't know, like what's the most enticing pre-sale bonus, lowest lift maximum
You
value.
know what I would, you know what I would do, to be honest, is
Huh.
if you just want to push it towards the book, buy the book, get my monthly membership for free for 12 months.
For 12 months.
Yeah, but they get the basic version, and then you offer them an upsell. So then you also get the back end that makes more money in the back end. So you make it like we drop that $20 a month, $29 a month, and $19. Give that, but like limit the content, and then as soon as you buy the book, get that. It's like, hey, you got the book, you're getting this free for 12 months to get the most out of it. Come and join the VIP section and add obviously a little bit more.
Or upsell them 6 weeks to start your business or start your side hustle or whatever. Like try to move them from one of those into, hey, if you're really like, because the membership's almost right. Like,
yeah, because what would that be? You're looking at, they're getting $240 worth of value on whatever. Like I'm sure your book's probably going to be what, $29 or something.
yeah.
Yeah. So like you get essentially giving them 10 times the value. Just from
Right. And it's already set up. Like I'm already doing it. So like lowest lift is I'm already doing it. I already have to show up and teach you something every month. Yeah. And I already have a guest coming to teach you something else. So it's like, it's not a bad idea. Since I'm already doing it, lowest lift would probably be that.
Yeah, that's my gut tells me that would be the best option for you. Just if we're looking time versus value on both ends, least time from you, most value for them.
Yes, I think so. I think you're right? Because they get access for 12 months of random people that are experts in their field, and they get access to me.
Yeah. And then that way we can start pre-selling the book now.
Right. That's a good point. We can't start pre-selling now. Okay. Yeah. That actually sounds interesting. I like that. Like I'm trying to, again, highest value, lowest lift, right? Because you can run ads all day. Like that's an easy, like put a picture, take a video, like you guys can push the ads. We just have to make sure they get the content or whatever on the back end, right?
Yeah. And what you can do too is like, even if you really wanted to get a big push in your lift, like anybody that's paying $29 currently in your membership that's already part of the recurring, you just literally send them an email. Hey, buy this book and we'll give you a bonus for the next 12 months. You don't have to pay for this membership. Instantly.
Right, that's a good point. Well, I have a lot of people that we can market to that are part of the side hustle. Like an entrepreneur said they do whatever marketing we want to do too. Like we can get a lot of organic part.
Yeah, like and then you get entrepreneur write an article about it, and then we use that as an advertorial and kind of keep, essentially just make it the next big. It's indirectly building your personal brand, but you're really doing not a lot by just giving a ton of, and just the KPI would be just using it through ads to get book sales.
I like that. I think that's a good. Okay, I think that's a good solution. Okay, it's great. So then, what do we have to do?
I think our big KPI would be, okay, let's do that, launch that, and then from there we see, okay, what else can we add? Even with the 6 weeks to start your own business, we can run that side by side to it, because when running ads, we can run like retargeting traffic to it, etc. The thing is, like, in knowing the situation you're sitting in, I don't want to bite off too much, like give you more to bite off than you can chew. Something still like the gut, like as much as we want to go for the masses, part of me still says with the masses, we can still funnel out and find those people that you can be invested in or investing into or coming in and picking that up, but making it so exclusive and so elusive that it's like they really have to jump through hoops to get to them. It's like essentially if you ever saw Gary Vee when he did that 60 minutes with Gary for $20,000 and you flew to New York and you sat around a boardroom table with him, you literally answered one question for 2.5 minutes to be $20,000. Trying to even get on that list was the most ridiculous jump through hoop situation I've ever seen a funnel go through, but kind of making it like that.
Okay.
It's like if they really friggin' want it, they really want your attention and they're willing to do whatever it comes to get to that point. And then for you, it's like, okay, if these people are really willing to get to that point, they're serious.
Yeah. So, yes, I'm like, that's like a whole nother lift, right?
But that's what I mean. It's like I'd rather keep it as simple as we can.
Me too.
And then
I'm
even
like,
through,
right?
whether it's you're hitting them through emails after or whatever.
Yeah, and like we're just growing like the audience per se. And we'll figure out what I mean, like not that we'll figure out what to do with them after, but basically we'll figure out what to do with them after. Because like
yeah.
I don't like we have some other stuff we'll have to think a little bit through it, but even if we just send them to start your side hustle, I don't know, but I like your idea of giving them the free coaching.
It just makes the most sense because especially if you're going to, and you could change the entire thing once the book launches and then just force everything to the book.
Right.
Like, this whole thing is
yeah. Like once a book launches, we'll just talk about the book for the next 12 months.
Yeah. So like that's like
right? Since they'll have it.
And it's between now and then obviously as we get closer, we can do 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, start. And then as you're pushing it closer out, you're also pushing the price up. And then eventually the book launches, the price just stays there. So you're kind of shifting this value prop on the opposite side too.
But the focus would be you get it free, like pre-sale the book and you get this for free. How do you actually, how do you actually track that? It seems like when you look at Jamie's Unbelieve It or whatever, they go to buy, but like you actually don't need a book code. How does someone actually track that?
To be honest, I would just lean on Daniel for that or your publisher for that. There's probably some sort of a code that they'd probably put into their CRM that we just have to pull through and then it would just go right into that.
Okay. Okay, but I like okay, that's an easy lift. And then we can decide once you have them, then we can decide if we upsell them to like start your own business or upsell them to start a side hustle or upsell them something else.
Essentially, or you can just turn into the next best affiliate promoter for products that you believe in within your friends network.
Right, and like yeah, and we can have other people come on, they can promote their own products, which is fine too. Like we don't, right?
Because you're just holding the community at the end of the day.
Right, and we can ask people to join that have products and take a cut. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, that sounds good. So so say we're gonna do that. How much, what would be the timeline if you were to start, if the November 2nd is our launch date? What's your,
I'd want to aim to start ads November, October, September, no later than middle of August.
okay.
You want at least a good 90-day run up to make this thing worth your while.
Okay.
That's exactly that I said to Jamie. We started ours end of November going into December, probably the toughest time. But I was like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's go to work.
Okay, so 9
You're
days
selling
ahead.
these books and everybody's getting ready to shut off essentially.
Right, not the ideal time for. Yeah, but I think we're in a good time because it's not almost like, listen, from an ad buying perspective, right? You already know, like it's just going to get more expensive the closer you get to Christmas. So.
As soon as October 1st hits, good luck. Then we literally have a conversation with every single one of our clients into September. What happens the next 90 days? It is not reliant on you or us. We're going to do a job to keep these costs down.
And then so how do you feel like we would be able to, what's the ad spend or how do you factor that in?
We would just in your situation, it would just be like, what's the KPI? How many people do you want to aim to get into your monthly membership and purchase the book? And then, even if we start small with like 10K a month and then kind of scale it from there, as long as the KPIs are being hit, as long as you're getting a pre-sale for a certain price, we've got the VIP, upgrade behind that pre-sale. We'll have data very, very quickly within about 3 to 4 weeks to know, hey, what is our cost per acquisition? What is the average order value across the board? And then how much do we want to scale it?
And do you guys do the creative or you want me to do the creative?
You would do it or raw, give it to us and we take care of it. So we would take care of everything from your statics to your videos. As long as you shoot it, get it to us. We have a full creative team that takes care of all of that, all of your ad copy, all the way right up to the funnel. At the funnel is when our retainer stops. And then from there on, it's you can take care of the funnel yourself, or we can do it a la carte for you after that point on.
Okay. And how does that pricing on the funnel work differently?
For something like a simple funnel, anywhere as low as $2,500. If you want to go which we'll never get to, we're doing a crazy build out evergreen webinar funnel right now for a client. It's $30,000, but that's inclusive of everything. Like we're writing the script and everything. So
cool. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, and we'll look at like the conversion. I mean, you guys are gonna know all the data on like how do we
We're
convert them.
very, very, very metric driven. Matt, who runs our entire media team, anything that they do, that's all based on metric data. So it has to make sense based on the KPI that we set on that onboarding call. And then everything we do is reverse engineer backwards with that KPI. Obviously, the KPI doesn't make sense. We're like, give us a proper KPI to at least win, and not just sit on cloud nine and expect to happen. But yeah, it's very different.
Okay. And then, okay, cool. I'm just trying to think out loud. How to merge them to the VIP membership and I got to think about that, but okay, cool. It sounds good. I mean, I think that's a good idea. Like, I think that's a smart way to do it. And then you can just scale up. I don't really know how many books you got to sell to hit the bestseller list. Do you?
I don't know, but I am jumping on a call with Daniel probably tomorrow or Monday. I can even ask him directly.
Yeah.
And see what his numbers are. Even if it doesn't hit New York Times, we can hit like Wall Street or one of the other ones. Like we could set a goal, like a pretty fun goal to hit that. New York Times, I know, is a massive one to hit #1 on New York Times bestseller.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But
Okay.
if you have enough friends, like if you like, for example, if you got like, even if once you got closer to date and you had everybody just promote the shit out of it.
Right.
And just lean into those favors. Like, I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just trying to think of just that cadence of like when just start like 5 weeks before it launches, like going really hard. That's your strategy. Okay.
You want to just drown out the market at that point in time.
Okay.
And then that'd be like you even essentially looking, and those 5 weeks would be okay. All right, Kim, we need majority of your time here. For the next 5 weeks is like a short committed period, and it's like trying to get you on like as many podcasts as we possibly can. Try and get like, and I can tee you up with people that can help manage that and kind of get you on as many podcasts possible. And they're just promoting the book. So it's like not only ads, not only everything else, but then your VIPs go buy the book, and then you can learn from me for 12 months. Go buy the book, and you can learn from me for 12 months. Like that's literally what you're going to be doing for 5 weeks, and then that way you're just continually pre-selling everything. And we can track on our end with organic versus what's coming paid.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool. I like it. I think this sounds like a good idea. Okay, so what do we need to do?
I think the next best thing would just be if you're ready to go, then I can just have Donna on my team to send you a proposal, kind of what it's like to work with us, and kind of go down that route and get the ball rolling, get things started. Ideally, our goal is if something you want to move, like we want to launch, like I said, no later than the middle of August. So we want to aim to have you onboarded at least by the 1st of August.
Yep. Okay, cool. And I have a team, so like we can help too. Like obviously, we've got a whole nother contingent of us.
Of part, and we can work directly, like integrate directly into your team. So that's not the end of the world. Like with what we do with Dean's teams, like we're in charge of everything except for their creative and funnels. Like they want to keep everything else there. So it's like it's in a bit of a unique situation with them.
Okay. Well, maybe, I mean, honestly, I'd help with the funnel because I'd have to build it. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes, I'll get down and do that. But before we jump, I got a question. I do this thing called the 60-second podcast. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, 60 seconds. Can you answer them? Be on the 60-second podcast.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to go anywhere?
My editing team will take it a cut. Funny enough, this is Jay's idea, Jay Shetty and Alex's idea for me to do the 60-second podcast.
I like the 60-second podcast. Where's it gonna go? I like the idea.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
The answer is yes. We're probably not today with this, whatever that is in my background. So
background. Okay, why don't I do this? We'll get married, just find a schedule, and we'll just do it.
But I'm in. Without the bull in the background.
I need legitimately like 5 minutes from you for it's literally like 2 questions answered, and it's kind of, have you seen the guy on like TikTok or Instagram? So he goes around like interviewing supercars, asking for what they've done to buy the supercars. Same concept. I do it with personal brands, personal influencers, and entrepreneurs.
I love it.
So then that means like more.
I think it's a great idea.
So
I love it. Well, no, and congrats on your business. Are you building to sell or scale, or what's your story? Like what's your
Selling,
yeah.
sure. We've been in scale mode pretty heavily for the last, COVID, we double revenue. This year alone, we've 2.5 times revenue already.
That's great.
So we're pacing extremely fast. And right now I'm actually in the middle of acquisition mode too. So we're doing a lot of roll-ups vertically in the marketing and media space. So everything from, because we were very, very focused only on paid ads. So now we just acquired a social media agency that we're going to be rolling out an SEO agency. Our entire content team that I said Alex is already coaching through. That's another the secondary company or tertiary company that's coming through. I've started to talk to a couple of print companies too. I want to just buy out everything in the media space and just own that space there before we go to
I love
exit.
it. No, that's good. It sounds like, I mean, like if you're 9 years in, right, like you definitely have a scaled sizable business. So obviously you're now turning EBITDA. So how do you scale that or find a PE firm to, there's just a lot of money. I think I've had like 3 exits in like the last week.
Yeah, we've had a couple. We've had a couple people ask us to come and buy us at just grow rev as a whole. I had a PE firm here locally offer me a few years ago, and I turned it down. I just wasn't ready. But now I'm at a point where it's like I'm just going to keep head down, ass up, keep scaling it. Our goal is to create enough attention that someone just going to be like, get out of my way and let me buy you, and that's kind of what we're doing. And that's kind of my goal. And it's funny because I just ended up finishing up a lawsuit with Facebook just this past week that I was in with my SaaS company. They came in and literally just kicked us out, stole our tech, and integrated natively into Facebook. So,
No way, really?
yeah.
What a bummer.
So we were the very first companies. This is where it's like when you're talking about like wanting to go e-commerce or retail. It's like I understand that space really, really well from a SaaS perspective. Because one of the other companies that I built was a company called Direct Heroes. It was the very first automation chatbot for Instagram. So before Instagram rolled out e-commerce and shops and everything else, we were the only tool that people could monetize their following and automate their DMs. So we had clients like Kendall Jenner or Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, you name it. We had all of every single one of their merch lines, all of them running through it because they just go post, DM me to, get 10% off of whatever you're selling, and then the DMs would instantly blow up, and all we would do is send them a link and then monetize it. I think Facebook caught on. It was a really play dirty situation by them from that perspective, because what ended up happening was one end we're talking to Facebook for partnership and acquisition. On the other end, I think they were just wanting data from us, and then they came in and wiped us.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
no, I've had that. So I had a bunch of companies when we first launched the Facebook API. I actually invested in 2 companies that had the direct integration before, like they built it out and then like crushed everyone that was already integrated and like went direct anyway. So I've seen that happen before.
Yeah. So we just went in. So we played their game against them with our legal team. So we just settled on the front end, but then we just submitted, because essentially while this was going on is when the FTC and the Attorney General and all of the they were getting scrutinized for the monopolization. They literally, that case of monopolization of what they were trying to make an example of is what they did to us, like to a T. Like everything they talked about to a T was that. So our lawyers are like, you can just keep paying me, or we can just go to them and become defendants to their court case and just on one end settle, but on the other end give them like, well, I don't want to settle, go to them, they find out, then we get hosed again. They're like, no, we just get them to sign a piece of paper that they can't come at us unless we do the exact same thing again. Okay.
Crazy. Oh, and well, hey, it's like I've been through it all. So congrats on getting the other side.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I love business. I'm like you, but I'm like on the creative side. So for me, it's like taking and scaling companies from marketing. So it's like I get in, and I want to come in as like essentially like a CMO role and help them scale it and make them run. Everybody else got their own lane that they run in.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. You get to see like everyone has their own goal, right? Like, I don't know. It's funny because I feel like maybe at some point you're like, it's a different, your goal may be different.
Yeah, no, my goal is exit. I built companies. The one thing that I learned from a mentor a long time ago is you don't build a company if you ain't going to sell it.
Right. So, and like build it, and like my first, because I've self-funded, I've raised, I've been public, like the whole thing. And the one thing I've learned is like, just build a good business. There always will be a buyer for a good business. Like, and I think, people just go back to business basics, which is people are going to buy great companies. Like there's no, to your point, like I'll build heads down and someone will come buy me. It's I mean, like, yes, you can put your head up and be like, hey, I'm also like, you'll find there will always be an exit opportunity.
Yeah, and like the one thing, and that's exactly, it's like we've had a few opportunities. KPMG's come to us and kind of knocked on our door recently too, locally, to help us sell. And I'm like, no, like, sure, everybody wants to say we want to help you sell, but bring me a buyer. Like then we talk.
Yeah, totally. Bring me a buyer and I'll happily sell. Like, or at least engage in the conversation, right?
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. So.
Yeah, well, there's a great saying. It's like the best companies are bought, not sold.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it's selling, they're selling something, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, or like they just, I don't know. There's different reasons people sell, but I think, like, I don't know, hindsight's 2020 all the time. I just try to, you know, like, I don't know. When I sold the first one, you just like, it's overwhelming. Like to your, you know what I mean? I didn't have a partner, so I was like, oh my gosh, like, can it get bigger than this? And then it got really big. I'm like, oh, yes, it can. Yeah. So hindsight's 2020, but congratulations on your success. That's awesome.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, looking forward to working together for sure.
Likewise. So I'll get Donna to just put together some basic proposal for you and send that over. And then I'll get Mary to reschedule, so like even like 15 minutes to shoot the podcast in your schedule.
Awesome. All right. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.
Goodbye.